Hi, welcome to Gemini Star Spiritual Wellness. Thank you for joining me today. Hope you're all doing well. So, we are going to do our weekly tarot reading today for May the 4th through the 10th. So, I wanted to look and make sure I had the right dates coming up. So, it's really the second week of May we're doing. So, yeah, we'll see what's going on with the energies. And this is a reading for the collective. So, that's everybody that's watching. And remember that if it's not resonating with you, don't make it, don't force it to fit. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because there'll be a lot of people watching this with different situations. So this is a collective reading. So, like I said, thank you for joining me. Hope you're all doing well. And let's get started and see what's going on for the week of May the 4th through the 10th. All right, so I'm gonna. All right, let's do a couple more shuffles here. You can hear me shuffling. Taking some deep breaths, getting myself into some nice grounded energy for this. All right, so let's see what's going on. The energy has been a little crazy through March and April, but I feel like I just did the May astrological update a couple days ago, and then I did the May reading, the May tarot reading, and so hopefully we'll have some calmer energy. It looks like that's what's going to happen astrologically going into May. So let's see what happens here. So for the collective, for the week of May the 4th through the 10th. All right. Ooh, okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So for this week coming up, so what I see is so we've got the Page of Wands, Devil. We've got the Two of Wands, High Priestess, Page of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. That's what I pulled out. So, what I see is in the past coming into this week, we're looking at our different options and seeing, kind of doing research and feeling what, different options that we have available to us. So, we're looking at different options going into this week. The current energy of the week is there's like a small, looking at our different options, there's a small, we've got the Page of Wands here, a small step forward um, with energy, wand energy, so kind of like passionate energy. So it's kind of like taking a baby step, taking a small step forward. Um, it and it can also mean, just like you were looking at options leading up to this. Now you've made a decision and you're taking kind of a small step forward. It also could be a small message coming in. Just a small, like, maybe a text message or a phone call that would maybe about one of those options that you've been looking into. That is, it wouldn't be a big message, just a small message. That's another possibility coming in this week. Um, this interesting is I've been seeing this a lot in the readings I've been doing, the devil card. And so that's really interesting because in the last couple readings I've done, that one's been popping up a lot. So that's basically the situation of the week. So it's kind of be careful not to get bogged down in negative thinking, negative thoughts, old patterns, old beliefs. Because what I've been seeing is with the energy of May astrologically, and when I did the tarot reading, there's going to be a lot of letting go of past behaviors and patterns that no longer serve us, that are negative. And what's interesting is that right next to us, right next to the devil card, I've got the high priestess. which is really interesting to me. So it's like we're using our intuition to help us move forward and to break out of these negative patterns, negative thoughts, negative behaviors. So when you're looking at those options that you've looked at in the past and, maybe taking a small step forward with the Page of Wands or getting a message coming in, definitely use your intuition this week. If that happens, if you get a message or if you're, making a decision or taking a small step forward, definitely think about those patterns because your intuition is going to basically shed light on what you need to fix as far as negative behaviors, actions, beliefs, programming. It's going to bring it to light. Because a lot of times, when we have those behaviors, patterns, they're subconscious. We're not aware that we're having those, we're not aware of it. It's in our subconscious mind. So our intuition will help us to shed light on that and help us to know when it's negative, let it go, to move past it. So what's interesting is, yeah, I feel like I'm just, I'm thinking, as I'm looking, that's why I paused for a minute, but seeing what comes to me intuitively, but as I'm, going through the cards, but I definitely feel like that this is going to be a big theme for this week is using your intuition to kind of combat that moving forward. So the situation of the collective. So yeah, a lot of people are going to be releasing or working on releasing that program behavior this week and negative thoughts, feelings, beliefs, all of that kind of stuff. Um, but that intuition is going to help guide us through that process. So looking at the near future, um, I got the page of Pentacles, and that's interesting to me because it's like we're working on that this week with the negativity and maybe the message or taking a small step forward, but using our intuition to guide us to avoid those negative thoughts, beliefs, feelings program I was just talking about. But the Page of Pentacles, I see that as a collective, we are taking a small tangible step forward in the near future. And tangible is like, it doesn't, even though pentacles can mean money, it doesn't have to be. It can be anything tangible, but taking a small step forward in a tangible way. So it's no longer kind of a thought or idea. You're taking action and it's tangible. It's kind of, you can touch it, feel it, manifestation, bringing it to light, moving forward in the near future. So, as a collective, so that's interesting. So, taking that small, tangible step. But what's really interesting is the advice from the universe that I have is two interesting cards. So, we've got the Ace of Pentacles and we've got the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords, what I'm feeling is you're having this, you feel like you're trapped or you can't move or you're stuck in a certain situation or in a mindset, but you're really not. And I think the universe is saying, hey, you have a chance to take this, oh, wrong card, sorry, small step forward here, small tangible step, but you're coming into a new tangible beginning. So Ace of Pentacles, it's a wonderful card to have there as advice. So it's like you're taking this small step, but it's actually a small step to a new beginning here with the Ace of Pentacles. So it's going to lead you to a new tangible beginning, a new positive beginning moving forward. But you need to get out of this stuck, stagnant thought process that's keeping you there. Because if you look at her on the card, she's tied up and blindfolded, but she could easily get out of those wraps. I mean, they're real loose around her. So it's all in her mind. It's in her mind that she's stuck and trapped. She's not really. So it's like, and that goes back to this, what we're working on this week with combating these negative energies, negative thoughts, patterns, behaviors, all of that, right? So and that's part of what's going on here is this fear and those negative thoughts and patterns are keeping you feeling stuck and trapped. But it's all in your head. Because remember, fear is an illusion. It doesn't really exist. It's all in your head, but it's programming or whatever belief systems that contribute to that fear to keep you stuck, but it's just an illusion. Fear doesn't exist. but it's keeping you in this energy here of feeling stuck to make a move, feeling like you have to stay put, staying maybe in toxic or bad situations that are no longer good for you that you need to let go of, but you're staying stuck because of that fear. So it's kind of like this week we're working on releasing this, and the universe is saying, hey, you're not really stuck. It might feel like that because of the fear or whatever's going on, but you're really not stuck, and you need to let that go so you can welcome in this brand new beginning that's coming in for you, this tangible beginning. So yeah, I think I really do feel over the next couple months, like May, June, July, and August, going into the summer, I really feel like we're going to have on a collective globally a lot of releasing of that negative energy, negative belief systems, or just old, old outdated belief systems that are lower vibration, programming that's lower vibration. We're going to be releasing all of that because we have to in order to raise the vibration of the planet and go towards a new earth. We have to release all that negative old stuff that no longer serves us. So I feel like as a collective, we are definitely going to be, um, working on that over the next couple months. But I definitely see it really happening this week of the May 4th through the 10th. And definitely, use your intuition on this because everybody has intuition, but we don't always know how to tap into it or have a hard time tapping into it because we haven't been guided on how to do that, to listen to our spiritual side, to listen to our intuition. We've been taught to use our ego mind, our conscious mind, and focus just on that. When you have a whole system here within you that you can tap into, your intuition that's within you to help guide you. And your intuition, you're tapping into your higher self, your spirit guides, they're all there to assist you to make these decisions to help you, move forward. And release what's no longer serving you. So it looks like this week in May we're going to really start to see that happening on a collective level, but I think it's going to carry over the next couple months. And I do think we're going to see these tangible new beginnings. So what I see, tangible new beginnings, to me, what's coming to me is tangible new beginnings and new systems. So information coming out that has been suppressed or withheld that will help, that's tangible. So be like breakthroughs in science, breakthroughs in healthcare, breakthroughs in different systems that are going to better humanity. So new tangible beginnings that are positive, that are going to be coming in, that are going to help with our lives, so to speak, on Earth, and help bring positivity to our lives, and have just technology things coming in, new beginnings of things. But it's tangible. Those are tangible things that we can actually touch, feel, um, and use for the betterment of humankind. So I feel like we're going to, see that coming in. But we do have to let go of this trapped mindset that's holding us back so that we can bring in those things. And even if it's our personal life, letting go of these things that are holding us stuck for these new beginnings in our personal life or as on a collective level as well. But it's gonna take baby steps, it's not gonna these changes aren't gonna happen in one day. It's a process, it's gonna take some time, so you have to be patient with ourselves and be patient with the collective, and I feel like a lot of people are running out of patience. But you have to it's going to take a little bit of time. It's a process, and it's all in divine timing anyway, so everything is going to come out or change exactly when it's meant to, when it's best for it to come out and change. And you can't being impatient isn't going to make it happen faster. So that's why you need to stay in that positive attitude, but taking this, it's going to be baby steps. So that's small tangible, offering coming in the near future, small little steps forward is what I'm feeling with that. So that's what I have for this week. It's going to be interesting to see if this theme will continue throughout the month of May. But I feel like this is the first week that it's really going to be hitting hard, this first full week of May, and then we'll have to see when I do the readings for the next 2 weeks of May after that, if this theme is going to continue. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. And thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe, and hit the like button so that this information can go out to other people who might be interested. And please subscribe so you get future videos. Just to give you a heads up, every Saturday I'm going to try to put out the weekly read for that next day from Sunday to the following Saturday. And then I'll probably be doing it. My next reading I'm planning on doing will be on Tuesday. I'll be coming out with very interesting reading about making a choice, and the 11th monkey phenomena discovery, which is really cool. So that's going to be the next video coming out. So I'm trying to do a couple videos a week. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss them. And sometimes things might happen that, mess me up with my schedule if I get sick or something like that. Hopefully that won't be the case. But thank you for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.